Yo, what's up? It's Chris Gale, Universe Boss, and I'm representing for Sports Frenzy, okay? Tune in for the latest news. Universe Boss to that. Respect.
Yes, people are gone. Welcome once again. Welcome to another Sports Frenzy show. I know it's been a minute since we have been here, but yeah, I'm here with you guys right now. I'll soon be joined by the man for all discussion, man for football, basketball, NFL, relationship talk. That is the man for it. I'm talking about none other than the voice. I'll be joined by the voice shortly. But Michelle, big up yourself, set speed, man. And this weekend is set to be a very good one for EPL lovers, man. I mean, Derby Day, man. What better action to resume to than that? Let's be honest. What better than that to resume to? So, yes, this weekend will be Derby weekend in EPL. You have the North London Derby, and then you have the Manchester Derby. I think both games will be very interesting, and I'm so looking forward to it, man. The problem is that I'm so sorry that the matches are that early. For instance, you look at the Tottenham game tomorrow. That game will start 6:30 Jamaica time. Like, man, that's too early for these tantalizing clashes, man. So that's my only issue with this, man. Matches are starting way too early, but guess what? We have to work with it, and that is what we're gonna do. So, yes, let's go ahead and we got the man join the man will join now. So, voice, what going?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Yeah, man. All things bright and beautiful.
Can't complain, brother, but I'm grateful if I complain.
How the weather treating you, because I know that it's on your side, you know.
Everything good, man. I just lost power for like one day, so I lost light for a day. I have some coconut tree in my house, so you know, well, in my yard. So you know, say
yeah, some clean up for the.
Some of them think they blow down and thing, but apart from that, you know, everything was alright.
All right, now look like you make a bad U-turn, pound, you know, because I appear in a dash for the last 2 days. You know? But yeah, man, we're back here, man. Long time people in the story. I mean, we should have had a show midweek NFL, but NFL people can look out for that soon, man, because interesting things going on. But Jeremy Watson, big up yourself. Kevin Rowe, big up. Andrew Scott, Said Speed, big up yourself, bro. So as I was mentioning before, you come on, Derby weekend from tomorrow's Brighton early, Arsenal against Tottenham. Boy, how do we see this one going? Because it's the first in long while that this match really has some meaning towards it. Because before, it's either one of them they up and the next one down, or both of them down in the middle pack. But right now, both of them are basically at the top of the league in terms of what they have done this season. So, added significance to the fixture. How do you see it going?
Well, I know you're trying to be nice to Arsenal fans, but if I can remember clearly, last season Arsenal was leading and they had a big game. They had a big game to play against Spurs, and you know, obviously, if they had won that game, you know, they would be in the Champions League, and they end up losing that game or lose or draw. I don't even remember it, but they never get maximum points, right? And you know, I think that was one of the things that propelled Tottenham up there. So, looking at this game, honestly, what I would say is that it's a really tough time for Arsenal right now because Son is back in form. Obviously, we know what Harry Kane can do. And I'm looking at the Tottenham team and I'm looking at the Arsenal team and I say, okay, Arsenal has the youth, but I'm looking at the coaches and I'm saying, even though I don't like this guy Conte, you know, for my own personal reasons, I'm looking at Conte and I'm saying this guy has a lot of experience, right? I have a lot of experience, and I'm looking at the teams match up against each other, and I'm saying that I believe that Tottenham will take this one. I know it's playing at the Emirates, I know Arsenal is flying high, but I think the international break, along with that the week that they got off as well, uh, soon tell you boy FPL, my boss, right? But you know when I look on the two teams and look how they match up and listen, I'm looking at Son that does score a hat trick back in form. You know he's going to be out there. I'm looking at a Hurricane, right? I'm looking at a Kolochevsky, right? And I'm saying, And then I'm looking at the Arsenal over the other side. I'm looking at a Saka. I'm looking at a Gabriel Jesus. And I'm saying, I like Tottenham better, right? It's not a lot between these teams, but for my bias pick, I'll pick Tottenham, right? Because I think that Tottenham will just edge it. I have a 2-1 scoreline for Tottenham, so I'm picking Tottenham.
Interesting. At this point in time, and I'm inclined to agree with you. I'm going with a Spurs victory. I mean, as I said, last season, Arsenal, all they needed was just a draw against Tottenham. Not even to win, just draw and just win the remaining fixtures. And they weren't able to, and as you rightly put it, this early in the season, when I say Kane banging goals like this, this early in the season, Son has been our fun. But last time out, the man come on and say, "Here what? I want my starting break. I want to bang in these goals," and he banged in 3 last time out. Boy, even though it's at Arsenal Stadium, I'm inclined to say Spurs 2-1. A draw wouldn't be bad. A draw would be perfect, but at this point in time, man, I'm just going to go with a 2-1 victory in the favor of Spurs. And
I'm looking here, and I'm seeing that Zinchenko won't be playing.
Coach says he's there.
The coach says he's playing.
Coach said he's part of the team. Said that Zinchenko will be there. I think that
Smith Rowe is doubtful.
Yeah, Smith Rowe is out.
Oh, he's out.
But he has been playing much for a good while now.
Well, you need all the guns. You need all the guns going up against this Spurs team. This is a big rivalry.
So I'll have to just go with Spurs winning this one. And Jeremy Watson saying that Spurs winning 2-1. Kevin Brentford 2-2 draw. Kevin Bernard saying that Kane's beating against Arsenal. Surprise.
Well, Mr. Bernard, I can also tell you that Mr. Hurricane, the fraud Englishman, because when he's in the English colors, fraud. But he has scored more goals in this fixture than against any other team. 13.
For real?
Yes, sir.
Sweet was Leicester.
I just read it a while ago. Just a scroll through it in my notes and I see it.
Come on, so this man love Leicester differently in a form.
Yeah, Tottenham's Kane has scored more goals in this fixture than any other player. 13. Right? So when he's doing that, and they said the current run of 16 league head-to-head games without an away win is the longest in the North London Derby history. So what they're saying is that the away team has never won in such a long time, right? Whoa. But again, I think, records are meant to be broken. Things are meant to happen. And I just look at it and I see that. And I can't see Arsenal winning this game, right? I think this is now the decline for Arsenal because, all the fans happy. I think, so, Levon, for Arsenal, for me, and we have seen it last season, when the fans get happy, when the fans excited, when they start talking about we're going to win the league, we're going to challenge for the league, we'll make it top 4. Right when they're there. And see another delusional one, yeah? See, come on to hear the foolishness, got us for life, yeah? So, right when they're right there and they say, yes, Arsenal is back. A loss against Tottenham, and then it'll start going and going until they finish 5th or 6th place.
All right. Fresh God, big up yourself, said Speed. Dale Francis, big up. Captain, big up same way. Pepe Paul, said Speed. That's Lucas yourself saying that 4-1 Arsenal win.
See all them foolish you saying, no?
Michelle saying that draw would be lovely. Andre Drew, I know for a fact, is an Arsenal fan, saying that Arsenal 2-1 Spurs. Kevin Bernard, the Arsenal man, also saying 2-1.
What 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 I find funny is that most of these persons are very biased and are going with their bias, but they will challenge someone who is biased. I don't get it. Make it make sense. But Kevin, can you tell us why Arsenal are going to win 2-1?
Bro, Roots Miller said the last time man in red tell me to bet and I said me lose my house. I'm going to bet my next house on Spurs based on what him say.
All right, bet your next house, but as a matter of fact, the double or nothing. Bet your next house and the one where you lose and win two of them. Win back your house, boss.
All right. Nita Richard saying that 2-all, and Kevin saying that now watch that Arteta moving from strength to strength.
Oh, okay. Strength to strength. All right.
All right, Demo, what gone, bro?
Well, go on. Big up everybody in the comments. Big up the man them.
Got someone. What's your take on this London derby? North London, that is.
I mean, two teams who are playing high level football at the moment. They're playing well. Like I mentioned, I think the last time we spoke when Manchester United won the game, I just find it shocking that the first test that they got from one of the top teams, they lost. And so this is going to be another test for them in Tottenham. I know that they don't lose very often there, and so that's why my prediction is going to be a draw, because I think both teams are playing well. I don't know what the break is going to cause for the players. I know that Smith Rowe got an injury, but he wasn't playing that often from the start anyway. But I think that a 2-2 draw is going to be on the scoreline for that game.
All right, fair.
And since I'm second place in FPL, I'll tell you guys, if you have Gabriel Jesus in your side, you better take him out fast as lightning before tomorrow morning come, because that man will give you 1 point, and if you captain him, you will get 2 points. Right?
Gotcha.
So be my guest and play Gabriel Jesus if you want. But if you have Gabriel Jesus or if you have Martinelli, take out those players expeditiously.
Yes, take out Saliba and all those Arsenal players, eh?
Well, they can't leave them there. They can't leave them there. I think he's going to, I don't think he's going to be. Is either going to be a 1-love or a 2-1 game.
So people, he's not red shirt, man. The man name is Kems, or the voice. People in the comments trying to keep us in the red shirt. But currently, for the people that are interested in the CPL finals, Talawas are currently 46 for 1 after 6.2 overs, chasing 162 for victory.
Talawas with the win.
Yeah, man, I'm bug Kenner Lewis. Me telling myself I dropped the man a long time and the man out easy again, but I can't wait for Talawas to him because I'll beat them for now till next week. I remember
Talawas are not even get close to this, boss. Them now make 125. You can tell you that right now.
You remember when I said that they're going to win it all and you said that I'm talking crazy?
Yeah, that's fine, but may I tell you about what happened today? They're not getting close to the target.
Not say a word, man. Time will tell. But let's just keep it moving. Fulham against Newcastle. Isak, I know that he's out with an injury. Bad timing for the Newcastle, with them looking to improve and all of that. Fulham now. Mitrovic got on international duty and the man just kept on banging in goals this season. And even as a matter of fact, from the back end of last season, it looked really good. And look at this one, Kims. Do you think that Mitchell will continue his goal scoring form and Fulham will continue their good start to the season, or you think that this one will end a stalemate?
This was one of the games when I was analyzing my little betting thing. I'm saying more 5 teams. This was one of the games that I really wanted to stay away from. Right?
Same.
Because I honestly cannot tell you what Mitrovic is going to do. Because again, I watched a game the other day where Don must say 3-2. I mean, I look for Mitrovic on the score sheet and I can't find it. Not even. Only thing we see, it must say I come off in the 90th minute. That's the only time I see his name pop up, right? And I'm gonna put him in on my FPL side. But when I look at this game, right? When I look at this game and I'm saying I really don't think Mitrovic will have that much of an impact. Why? I just believe Newcastle defense solid,
True.
right? And not only them solid, they're very aggressive. And for deal with a big body like a Mitrovic, you need aggressive defenders. You need defenders that are not afraid to go into tackles. Not one like Van Dijk with back and we know what happened from that. Not him, right? But you need defenders out there who willing for putting in the tackle, who willing when Mitrovic don't even have the ball and away from the play, you give him a one punch in the ribs, make him know say, hey, I am still here. You want him to feel your presence at all times, right? But what I'll say about Fulham is that from the start of the season, they didn't look like a team that's newly relegated. They look like a seasoned EPL team coming and embracing every single challenge. Play against Liverpool, play against this, play against that. Games that we expect them to lose, they either win or they get a point from. And obviously, with the Arsenal game, we can go back and forth and say, oh, they should have get something from the game, but we know how football goes. When you look on the other side, over Newcastle, I know the last game, VAR came out and they said, oh, we made a mistake, but without the prolific goal scorer now, I think, and I see this is St. Max is
Doubt.
doubtful, probable.
Guimaraes.
So, they're missing some players, but again, Eddie Howe has this team playing team collective football. They believe in themselves, they believe in the coach, they believe in the process, and they go out there and then try and execute. So I really don't know how to pick a winner, but obviously here I have to pick something, right? So looking at that, I probably have to go with a Newcastle 1-0 victory. A Newcastle 1-0.
All right, Demo, Kim just made a valid point, right, in regards to Fulham. You know that normally, like seasons before, when they normally return back to the league, they always be the beating stick. Like there was no organization defensively, midfield was all over the place, and they just look like a team that was ready and waiting to just go back down into the championship. However, this season around, I realized that this Fulham team has way more fight, way more hunger. Instead, that players are playing for each other and playing for the coach. So with that in mind, do you think that they have enough to stay up in the league? Because I have them to go down now. And I mean, they're kind of playing well right now. I'm still saying that they're going to go down, but at this point in time, you have to just really look at them. So, what do you think about this one, Dima? Do you think they have enough to stay up?
No, I still think that they'll go down. Like I said, even when they played against Liverpool so early out, they matched they matched Liverpool and some in terms of intensity, and they continued all the way throughout the season so far. And I don't think that will last. I think that the three teams that came up are the three teams that are going back down. So I still have them to go down. I think that they're one injury away in terms of Mitrovic getting hurt or something, or missing a few games. I don't know where the goals are going to be coming from apart from him. I know they scored against Forest the other day. They scored a lot of goals and he wasn't on the score sheet. But for the most part of the season, you know the goals coming from Mitrovic. But for this game, I agree with everything we can say. I definitely cannot pick a winner, and I am going for a draw. I know he picked a 1-0 for Newcastle, but I'm going for the draw in this game. I'm going 1-1.
All right. So I'm sorry, Levon. So Dima, I have to challenge something that you say. Both you and Levon say it actually. So I'm here looking at the table, and you're telling me that Fulham, you said Fulham, Bournemouth, and Forest going down. All right, so we know Forest going down for sure. That's a given. Bournemouth is fighting there. So you are telling me, I'm going to tell you some teams, and you're telling me out of all these teams, freaking Fulham can't stay up above them, and I'm going to list them out, and they tell me Southampton, Everton, Leeds, Wolves, Leicester.
All of them they're still up.
They're still up over Fulham. And what have you seen from these teams that you have not seen from Fulham, where you can make such a bold statement after 7 games to say, hey, yes.
No. And after 7 games, them they ask for you people who are get relegated from before. I mean, I'm just not changing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's 7 games now. You see 7 games now, and we see Leicester in turmoil. We see Southampton now playing a football, and we see those teams while we see the opposite of Fulham. So I'm asking you, you haven't seen nothing at all that change anything?
No. I don't. I mean, the only switch I might have made was with Leicester, but I think that they'll have enough to stay up just because of the quality players that they have. I just don't
But
think Fulham will continue in terms of the intensity that they have for the whole season. They might
all
go
right,
free fall and they might end up right down there with the rest of them that's going down.
all right, Mr. Richards, Nato Richards, quality is relative. All right, but Sadimo, all right, so that fair point. So now I'm looking at the points. Fulham 11 points from 7 games. 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Leicester, 1 point from 7 games. 0 wins, 1 draw, 6 losses. And you're going to tell me that you will see some drastic turnaround in Leicester that will be able to propel them over Fulham?
Yeah, and one of those things are their upcoming fixtures. I think that they have a good run of fixtures coming up that they can win games. Hence, my FPL tip is get Madison in your team quick and fast. I did that a while back. I think that the upcoming fixtures will give them points coming up. They have some manageable games. So, huh?
Continue on.
Yeah, they have some reasonable games coming up. Some that they're favorites in by a landslide, and some that they're kind of even, but they should get the nod just because of the players that they have. I mean, I don't know if they will fire Brendan Rodgers, but especially if they do that, I think that they will climb the table rapidly. If they keep Rodgers, they're gonna climb it, but slowly. So I have them to steal.
All
Fulham,
right.
yeah, I just
Uh,
can't read it.
so really quickly, and obviously we're gonna talk about Leicester City, but I'm just gonna say the next 5 fixtures: Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Wolves.
Exactly.
Out of these 5 fixtures, I see 1 win, and
Yeah,
that is
joke. Who are the
bro.
one win? Who are the
No,
one win?
what them up play Monday? Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Monday.
So
Nottingham
them can
Forest.
be them now beat Bournemouth.
I don't think they're going to be Bournemouth because
Oh,
of the set piece play, the aerial attack. I just don't think they're going to beat Bournemouth. I think it's going to be
that's
a
a,
draw.
that's a sure win for them.
But well, let's see.
3 out of the 5 they will win. The only questionable one is the Crystal Palace game, and they might draw with Wolves, but they win in the others.
All right. Um, Next game that we're going to look at is Southampton against Everton. And I think Everton has been doing quite well for themselves for the past couple of games. Kim, what I was saying to you is that half a face cut off.
Oh,
For the last 5 games, I think they have done themselves some justice, picking up some points here and there and keeping clean sheets at it. So we'll look at this, and Southampton have lost their last 2 games, being at home. How do we see this one going? I'm gonna start with you this time, Demo.
Southampton are play against who?
Everton.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. So what's interesting about this is that I think Everton, they haven't been conceding a lot of goals of late. I know that Begovic was in goal and he had a clean sheet. And Southampton haven't been scoring a lot of goals of late. So it all bodes well and everything points to Everton victory. You know that stat there. I something they put that in the group. Don't mess with how that
Yes.
just coming up my head. Yeah, so Jace actually pointed that stat out. So yeah, that stuck in my head. So yeah, it all points to an Everton victory. I heard that Calvert Lewin might actually be in the reckoning. They're
But he's
thinking
not a
about
footballer
it.
anymore. He's a model, brother.
Yo, listen, whatever you want to call him, he had that outstanding season and he can score goals. So I mean, it might take a while to get back up to speed, but I think Southampton won't have enough. I think Everton are on a high. Obviously, Gordon is the talisman for the team, and I mean, I didn't want to admit it earlier, but Alex Iwobi has definitely improved a lot. and he has
Hold
been
on, hold on,
playing
hold on,
in
hold
that
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What did you say?
yeah, Alex Iwobi has improved a lot. I mean, with a grade in that midfield role,
Yep.
he looks like he's striving there, and so and obviously they had Idrissa Gay in there as well for add more steel in the midfield, and Onana. So, boy, I can't put anything, I can't find anything to give Southampton any hope, and I'm going 2-0 to Everton.
Voice.
What I'll say is that Connor Cody is probably one of the biggest acquisitions for Everton, I think.
Facts.
And that man, I don't know what Wolves were thinking when they decided to treat that man like a bunch of banana chips. But listen, when you just watch that man, and I'm not saying this man is a world beater defender, but what I'll say, and let me just share this really quickly. In all level of sports, there are stars, there are bugs, right? And in between are those persons who have the talent to play in the league, but what keeps them in the league? Hard work, grit, determination. Them, Connor Cody, one of them man. Them man they will put them two front teeth in any ball to stop you from score. And I think for a Lampard, for a team where Frank Lampard is trying to build up, with whatever financial constraints that they have, I think getting players with this kind of personality. Because remember, before, Holgate, Nina, them shoppy there, them have run it towards where them man they can't have lock down nothing, right? But now you get a player like a Connor Cody right there where I think he prides himself on a clean sheet. I know that's a kind of quote unquote cliche, but you have certain defenders out there when I like them currently lead 15. Them no want you concede none. He look like one of those players who pride himself on the clean sheet. Obviously, him getting to the England, get a call up to England, but he can't seem to get it over Maguire. I don't know. Maguire have some secret for Southgate, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But and then now, Demo mentioned a name. Want to tell me about this Ward-Prowse dude, right? And tell me about this Ward-Prowse dude. So again, this is a player I will be looking on tomorrow. Right? I'll be looking on him to see what he doesn't have. Because I know he only can kick free kick. I just don't think. I'm going to tell me about stats and stuff. But I watched this dude named Onana. And it was, I think they were playing against West Ham, if I'm not mistaken. And that man would run Rice and Peas out of the midfield. Anyway, Rice and Peas supposed to still have nightmares about this man. This man was running up and down, round and round circles around Rice and Peas. So then I get him Bucklick a Ward-Prowse in there. God knows what's going to happen. I'm looking at this game. I think this is going to be a rout. Worse if Calvert-Lewin come back. And listen, say whatever you want about Marpe, I think he has new life at Everton. New life. The goal and scorer there, and he's been getting there, and I see a different confidence in him. Because obviously we know these players here when they talk, right? I see a new confidence. Frank Lampard is building some confidence in him. I am going 4-0 Everton.
Wow. One key thing that I need to point out as well, and I think Demo probably forgot, but what's the right back for Everton, man? His name again? Nathan Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah, he's down injured, so Seamus will be the one that will be called up on, and he hasn't played in a minute now, so that might be a problem right there. But I'll see. I think they'll still go ahead and win this game. Now over to you, Demo. Liverpool against Brighton. Liverpool getting back all their players. And I mean, you look at Brighton, new coach and all of those stuff. Roberto Zerbi, normal coach. Sassuolo was that Shakhtar? Yeah, I think it was Shakhtar before whatever happened down in Ukraine. Now he's the one that has replaced Graham Potter. Similar style of play and all of those stuff. So look at this one. How do we see this game going? Demo, your side.
You know what I mean by getting back all our players, because we actually don't have Robertson still. Robertson is going to be out for this game. Curtis Jones is still injured. Naby Keita is still injured. In midfield, and I mean Henderson just came back. He came on for England the other day. So I mean Tsimikas is set to start the game. I expect us to I don't know what to expect. You say the same style in player spotter, but I don't know what to expect from this Brighton team moving forward under this new coach. Obviously, when coaches come in, you have a new manager bounce and all of this stuff. But I don't expect Liverpool to come back from international break as shaky as they were earlier. I thought the break came perfect for us. I think we needed it. And Kems mentioned Van Dijk not too long. Listen, I don't know if they watch him for Netherlands, but that man was totally different when he was playing for Netherlands the other day than when he was playing for
You know
Liverpool.
why?
And that theory is there now. Like we said the other day, he must save himself for the World Cup. But hey, we're not going to throw it out in the air.
We already threw it out there, man. That's the boy I do.
Because the man don't look nothing like that for Liverpool like he did for Netherlands.
But stick up in Demo. Could it be a case that he thinks that he has more insurance policy with Netherlands with Timber beside him, because he himself came out and lauded Timber, saying that
Timber and
this years and all of those stuff. Yeah, so do you think that it's more a case of insurance policy more than anything else? So these guys would allow him to do what he does best, sprint those passes and all of those stuff,
and hide from tackling. Don't neglect that. Hide from tackling. With Liverpool, he has to tackle now, and it's showing him up.
But that no make no sense either, because the man have a high tackle percentage rate. So the tackles that he do goes for, he normally wins. But anyway, yeah, so I expect us to win the game. Luis Diaz came back late, so we might use Jota, even though he came off for Portugal as well, and he probably is noting an injury. So I mean, I don't know what's happening in terms of all of these injuries, but the Uruguayan Andy Carroll scored for his side with a header there for Uruguay the other day. So he's probably having some confidence. So I'm going to go Liverpool to win 2-1.
All right. So a small commercial break. Just to point out to the cricketing fans that at the halfway mark, the fellows are 86 for 1. They now need 76 of 60. If they don't get this, we stop watch cricket.
There should be a cakewalk.
Brandon is on 30 of 27, 5 fours.
Don't worry. Cornwall going to come on and spin the ball.
Brooks is on 47 of 32, 6 fours and 2 sixes. And I think the two guys that Demo was probably waiting to do something are being beaten tonight. So Raman Simmons, 2 of us are 27, and Mujib, 2 of us are 22. So
what am I do?
Bowling and getting beaten all over the park.
All man I do a ball in a man legs. Like, yo. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. You'll cry some more. Don't worry yourself, man. Well, Ryan, Liverpool match, I think.
I don't know what to expect from Brighton, given that they have a new coach. No, I don't know what much training session he could get to do, or who he could get to do it with in terms of the international break and all of that. So I just expect the teams just to go there and play how they normally play. I don't think him going to have much change will happen in such a short time. And then I heard that Lallana had the team for the past 2-3 weeks. So I'm supposed to teach him off a shift and tile and them something there. So I don't know what to expect really. But maybe a 2-1 just like Demo said, 2-1 Liverpool.
All right. Kems.
All right. What I'll say, I've played for many teams in my career. Run track, play football, play cricket, do a little flag football, right? And what I'll tell you about coaching, right? And they must send new manager bounce and so. But I think Brian was doing well, right? So I don't know how much of a bounce this new coach can give. But what I can tell you is that no matter the quote-unquote style of play that they have, I don't think it will be a direct reflection come tomorrow, right? I think there's going to be some growing pains. I think there's going to be some struggles. I think what the coach probably wants, welcome to the Premier League, and Liverpool is your first game. Good luck. And you can tell me, say, oh, Liverpool's at the same team. This man injured, that man injured. All right, whatever. right? It's still a powerhouse team, and they still have a lot of weapons over there. Mo Salah, and we can name out the rest of them, right? So I'm looking, again, I don't know much about this coach. Everyone says from where? Sassuolo?
Sassuolo, Shakhtar, all that.
Yeah, he did well with Sassuolo.
And again, you know, for me,
Two straight 8 place,
for me who don't follow football as religiously as Levan, if I don't know him, then guess what? Not good enough. That's how I look at it. If I don't know him,
I mean, I want to take my word for it.
yeah.
When you're watching with your one eyes and say,
Yeah,
right.
no. But when I say like, for example, if we don't follow football, but a man say Carlo Ancelotti, we know that. Antonio Conte, we know that. And also certain names we know, right? Even when you tell me about Barley Ten Hag, we know that, right? But again, this man, I don't know him. I never heard of him before. And again, I'm not coming here to claim some follow all them leagues, but again, if I follow football a little bit, if you're a big coach, you're supposed to know him. I just think so.
But if you're an up and coming coach, we're good.
Huh?
Then what?
I knew about Nagelsmann. There's a lot of them I knew about who's up and coming, but I just never hear about this man yet. I'm an out, you know, going in school boy. But yeah, so you know, looking at that, I think Liverpool is going to give. I know they normally. I'm going to go Liverpool 3-0.
Come on, Brooks. So I never met the 50 bad man. I want to. But Kepa must can do something tonight. He must take this home now.
Yeah, he need to.
The man the catch simple. Is a sick cricketer that you. The man just.
No worries if I get beaten tonight.
All right, boss. The start no Talawas fans start freaking the
you see man in our past 125. Remember that, you know?
Go on.
The collapse is on.
Level your money safe.
What you mean? I told the boy no bet in the Ryan. That's why not too pressure him, but wishing did bet. But let's carry on. Next game I'm going to look at. I'm going to stick with Ryan. Chelsea, Crystal Palace against Chelsea. Potter first game in the EPL. I see this one good.
Boy. Well, I know of a coach in this game who has had his team for a while and who hasn't had a lot of players on international break and who has had time to work with his players. So I know Crystal Palace will be going to win. That much I know. Chelsea, yes, Potter got a nice little break where he could work with some players because of the passing of the Queen and all of that. So he had like a little bit more time, but then again, the international break came and he had a skeleton squad to work with. And it's all good and well to be working with players on the training ground. Yes, you need that as well, but you also need match. You also need match sharpness. You also need to be out there to put in the philosophy. Because if somebody give you an ingredient until you go cook, if you don't physically go out there go cook, we don't know how it will come out. So tomorrow, when they go out there, we'll see what is what. But as for my prediction, I'm going 1-0.
All right. Kims.
For me, I believe that, and this is probably my quote-unquote small-minded philosophy, but I believe that when a coach is doing well at a particular place and you see dysfunction over another place, I think you should just sit you behind exactly where you're at and allow the dysfunction to play itself out before you decide to go there, right? Looking at the start of the season, how Brighton started the season, I would have loved if Potter had finished the season with Brighton, just to see
I agree
where they could have been, right? And again, as a coach of his magnitude and his pedigree that you guys tell me about, I believe that a lot of jobs would have opened up for him still. Probably another Chelsea opportunity, probably some other big opportunities out there for him, right? But on the flip side of it, probably Chelsea is probably a big club is what he wanted to coach from ever since, right? So it's two sides to the coin. So no, the last time I see him coaching, it was the Champions League game. right? And I don't even really care about the result, but I'm trying to look at the style of play. I'm looking, is this cool? And I mean, obviously, he didn't have the team for a very long time. So what I'm judging right now probably be Crow next 2 weeks, right? But again, I can only judge what I see. I can't judge what I see, right? So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, this look like the same Chelsea team, that Tuchel man had. I don't really see anything different. But again, it's limited time, so it's just all that I saw, right? And again, when I look now, what he did over with Brighton, even with a small sample size, because when he just came in, immediately we saw Brighton football change. Immediately, Demo came here and raving about this guy. Immediately, Levon came raving about this guy. Or they play attractive football, or they have this player, or they have this player, how he elevated the team. So now I'm looking at a Chelsea, $1 million squad, $1 million people, $1 million footballers, international here, World Cup finalists here, everywhere. All of them looking something there, World Cup semi-finalists, right? And I'm looking at all of that, but I can't see the fluidity in the team. So that's what I'll be looking for against a Crystal Palace team that I think is very stingy. And for this game is at Crystal Palace. I can't give Chelsea the win. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw.
All right. Demo.
Yeah, the last time we saw them was when they lost in the Champions League.
No, they drew.
They drew in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah, because football has been off for a while. I can't remember. But like him said, the game that I watched them in the Champions League, I never really see an imprint of the Graham Potter style or anything. But that's probably just because he's just got there and all of that. I mean, on the side note, there's talks of Nkunku coming in and all of that stuff for Chelsea. That's probably going to be another big sign for them if it goes through. So that's looking up, for joining up with Aubameyang.
Summer.
Huh?
That's not until summer.
Yeah, man. I thought long term, it's going to be a boost to them and for Potter and all of these things. But like him said, Crystal Palace is a tough place to go, tough place to play. Wilfred Zaha has been playing out of his skin, along with Eze as well in that midfield role. I'm going to give Chelsea the edge, but I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Chelsea. I'm giving them the edge just because of the name.
No Rudiger. I don't know if Wildman are going around the Wild Oats.
Remember them have Fofana?
God. Zaha going mince them up like mince beef. Mince. Work.
And I think doing the same thing, that slow defense will have a hard time keeping up with Zaha and Co.
Thiago Silva better watch from the bench this game.
Robert saying that Chelsea to win 3-0.
Yeah, okay, Robbie. When last Chelsea win a game 3-0, okay.
And here's Dale from the saying that we take a gamble and Eze hope it works out. Master, what do you say about that?
Well, Dale, seeing that you are a virgin for the FPL, I think it's okay for you to take risks because no one is really expecting you to do anything. So people who we don't expect to do anything, you can just take whatever risk. Me personally, as the champion elect, Eze could not be anywhere near my team. Nowhere near my team. Because that man probably give you 0 points. Because he might get a yellow card at the end of that game. So he might give you 0 points.
Eze been playing good this season, man.
Huh?
Eze been playing good this season so far.
So what I mean?
Just him can't get nowhere near your team. You make him sound like him.
No, so the way we're FPL work in the boss, a week by week in the boss. So going up against Chelsea, not put Eze in my team this week against Chelsea. Me personally, Zaha probably.
Okay, all right.
Eze no. That look like a 0 points deal. But again, you're not expected to win or to feature in the top 10, so it's okay. Just try beat Demo.
But stop title the people.
The man must stone King Bat.
The reason I'm going to say Demo gone quiet. You can know I go on that much once I say Demo quiet.
Still out.
The next game that we're going to look at is Bournemouth against Brentford. I think Tony is probably licking his lips because it's been a minute since he has been called up and man never getting a game time. So, who that? Buck said, well gone.
Sir
Yeah.
Bucks.
The man more infamously known as Statsman. Yes, I'm here.
Boss,
Boss, you
Yeah, man.
can't name yourself, boss. You can't
No,
name
I'm not taking away from the name. I'm just presenting, all my aliases. That's why I go. Feel like a year's gonna come on the show, man. So,
A year's
yeah, over there, man. Big up on yourself, my squad. Big up on yourself.
All right,
Big
bro.
up,
Let's
big up, Bucks.
all right, Bournemouth against Brentford. I must have you, Kems. I see this one going.
I don't know. Is there something I need to know about Ivan Toney? Because when the man get called up to England team, everybody was upset. Oh, I don't want to get him. Oh, him no better than this person. Oh, him no better than that person.
People were upset.
What a lot of people are Robbie Rich then at the comment section. Bex like our.
No, Robert always Vex.
I think most Jamaicans were upset because them they a whole lot for hope say him get the call up with Jamaica. So they never want England to call him up.
There was no chance of that. From him turn we down the first time. Could I just forget about that?
Yes, I.
But so before I give the analysis of the game, let me start by saying this. FPL people, this is a great opportunity. Not easy. This is a great opportunity to put Ivan Toney in your team. Not only because he can score from open play, but Bournemouth both give a nice free kick or a penalty somewhere around this. And he's the man who's going to step up, and them man they don't miss penalty, right? So again,
But you go jinx the man, brother. No, sir. You go jinx the man.
It's him jinx him. No
The
man,
man due for me to know.
the man they don't miss man. So
The man they pass 18 out of 18.
So, looking at this game, obviously, I think, Brentford has been playing tremendously well until, they bucked up, until they buck up on Arsenal, and then, all of that kind of change. Arsenal kind of, second and kickle. But I believe, going up against a Bournemouth team, and, I would say they're struggling for wins, but they've been getting some good points, some good draws here and there. No, they beat, I think they beat Nottingham Forest. I think they beat them 3-2. And I think Levan was telling me this, and I think Bucks, where name stats Bucks said or Bucks stats said? Which one are you?
Bucks Stats, man.
All right, Bucks stats, right? And I think stats will tell you more about that particular stat. But obviously, on the Bournemouth side, they have Solanke, they have the next brother name, I think Billing or whatever I'm naming. I like Billing, right? I like Billing, very, very wassy dude. But I look at Brentford, and I just think Brentford is a better team from top to rear. I just think Brentford is a better team, and I'm going with a 3-1 victory for Brentford.
All right, Boxy, go ahead.
I mean, I don't think there's much to look forward to from a Bournemouth perspective. They've got I guess a decent run of results recently, especially since the sacking of Scott Parker. But I think the wind is in Brentford's sails right now. As Kems alluded to, Toney is the man in form. He's a target man, and of course, I would agree with the sentiments that it is a very good weekend to have him in your FPL team. But I mean, it's funny because I mean the last time these two met in league format was in 2009 in a League Two fixture. This was a League Two fixture 13 years ago. So to know that these two are meeting for the first time in top flight football is going to be a very good day. A very symbolic day for both. But I think Brentford comes away with a victory in this one. So I will go 2-0 in Brentford's favor.
All right, Timo.
Yeah, I'm going for a 3-1 victory for not Bournemouth, for Brentford in this game. And while Kem said it's a good week to have Tony, he's already my captain in FPL, but after this game, or maybe this game and onwards, people can start looking at Dominic Solanke as well. He's one that a lot of FPL players won't have in the team, but he's a man who plays 90 minutes now back from injuries. He got a couple goals the other day, and he takes penalties for Bournemouth as well. So you can think about Solanke.
Or kicks penalties.
Okay.
Well, what I'll say, people, I know you guys have sense. If you want to take advice from somebody who in a 50 player league is all the way at 48, 49, if you want to take advice from that person, you might.
But
Salt in a wood say things that in a brother.
Anywho, everybody seem to have Bournemouth winning. Sorry, Brentford winning by 2 clear goals, one way or another, and I will be added to that list. I'm going 3-1 Brentford as well. Brentford playing better right now.
So Tony a trick.
Not impossible.
Alright, fam.
Tony might make him debut a World Cup.
Next game we're going to look at is West Ham against Wolves. West Ham find themselves in a desperate position. They need W's. After performing so well for the past 2 seasons, they will now find themselves in a predicament, and the analysis are going around that Moyes out. So we'll look at this one, and I'm gonna start with Box this time. Go ahead and talk about this because Wolves are playing good, and once again, Rest and Peace is going to come up against a very good midfield, so it's possible that he'll be lost in this midfield battle. So go ahead.
Glad you know.
It will be very easy for him to get overwhelmed in that Wolves midfield between Matheus Nunes, the captain, Mr. Ruben Neves, as well as Moutinho. So I wouldn't be surprised if Rice get lost. What's interesting?
Who play beside Rice?
Souček, same way.
Souček played good from the season start?
No.
Okay, because I make it look like a Rice alone.
No.
Like him don't have somebody else beside him too.
Here we go, Ryan. Kim says that when you're talking about Rice, you're talking about $100 million player. When I talk about Souček, I wouldn't really rate Souček that much. So Rice is who is talked about a lot.
No, but that coming like what you want centre half. Yeah, just a centre half alone, and him. I mean, it's kind of weird. I want to talk about it. Kind of weird.
It's not.
You have to judge person based on who beside them and the team around them and all of that. We can't just isolate a player like that.
Of course you can. So comes you isolate Maguire.
No, because him definitely are the rubbish.
That's the thing with Rice. Rice
that's different. No, that's totally different. If a man totally are the rubbish, that's a total different.
Yeah, wow.
All right, boss. The consistency in the rubbish is what makes them different.
But Box, give me a scoreline.
So as I was saying, as what makes this interesting is the penalty watch, because a lot of people won't even know that from the start of last season, Wolves has only won 1 penalty from the start of last season, and that is very uncharted behavior in a league average. That average is at least 5 penalties. They've only won 1 from the start of last season. And when you look at the forward line between Podence, Neto, Guedes, and potentially the monster that is Diego Costa, versus West Ham under Moyes, who tends to concede penalties, especially this season. So that might be something to look out for. Where that is concerned, Ruben Neves has scored 100% of his penalties this season. So where that is concerned, I say Wolves win. It will be a tight victory, but I will go 1-0 in Wolves' favor.
How much penalties Neves take this season?
That more no.
No, he hasn't taken any.
So, But you just say
You say 100%.
100% of his penalties.
That coming like in kick
No,
off 4 or 5.
not this season. No, since Neves came in the Premier League, he has gone 100%.
All right,
So
how
much
much penalty during that time? 3?
He's what? 5.
Okay.
Decent.
Next time say 5, sir.
When we talk about 100%,
when you say 100%,
we talk about
I
20.
90 or
If we talk about 20 and them man, they will kick penalty regular.
Boss, them have to start from somewhere.
Yeah, but when the numbers are small, then it's 100%, brother.
Yeah, boss. You said the number. You say you scored is all his 5.
You score 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
When you talk about 20 will kick double-digit penalty, then that's different.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
man.
right.
Where's the roads? If they must live on the show, yeah, man, they must still live on the show roads. Yeah, go now. Kim's prediction.
So listen, man. Right now I'm about to. I watch Rice. I say I should watch him for England, and watch him in the net. And the only thing I see Rice do in this international break was to tell the people, was to get the people more upset by telling them that him see England score a lot of goals in training, and the goals will come on them. So that's the only thing I've seen him done. Right? And again,
well, 3 goal come.
Huh?
3 goal come the next match.
Listen, I've watched 7 games at English Premier League, and if Rice play 2 good games, him play a lot, right? And again, I am judging him against his price tag. I am judging him, obviously, for being the starting midfielder in its coming home team. I am judging him as to be one of the quote-unquote best midfielders in the Premier League. That is the standard that I'm used to judging, right? And when I'm using that standard, he has definitely felt way, way, way below par. Right now for the season so far, my rating is a 3 out of 10. Obviously, it can be improved and it also can get lower. And again, going up against a Wolves midfield where he's going to be asked to do stuff. And Rice, I'm talking about, he's going to be asked to do stuff. He's going to ask to do this, asked to do that. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do it. And I think I'll go with, I don't know, a box said that Wolves will win. And I think that's what I'm going with. I'm going with a 2-1 Wolves victory because Rice will be outplayed. The best player on the team will be outplayed in the midfield.
All right, so another commercial break before I get D1 round pick. So Demo can shut his mouth. He said that Tellers wouldn't have passed 125. They're currently 130 for 2. So now it's less than a run of ball. They need
Demo just as bad in cricket as he is in
32 runs of
FPL.
36 deliveries. Thank you. Me tell already, I said the day Tellers get rid of Andre Russell, that was the day they made the right step. Let's continue.
Demo's cricket prediction is as bad as his FPL.
Well, to be fair to Demo said, let's not judge his prediction, let's judge his analysis.
Yeah, but the analysis was off.
But the analysis is a part of your prediction. Your prediction is a part of the analysis, you know. You can't really separate them.
Demo said, oh, 161, there's no way Tallowers can get that. Rock attack.
Demo is still there, gone sleep.
Trouble.
But
Just need King to get 2 more runs.
Think you're crying, man.
When I'm a score prediction, I talk.
Go ahead, man. Your time to talk.
All right, I'm going for a 1-all draw. I don't think Wolves are going to concede a lot of goals in this game. I'm going for a 1-1.
Any comment on the cricket?
This isn't a cricket show, boss.
All right, I thought so.
I've been talking about it all along, man. Come on, man. You can give
You
your say.
in commercial breaks. They asked me for my pick. I gave him a pick.
All right, so you can have 30 seconds of commercial break. Anything on the cricket?
Boss, the man them a bowl rubbish. That's it. There's nothing more to do.
And the Jamaica back good. The man them a bowl rubbish. Okay.
The man them a bowl rubbish, boss. Rubbish.
Can somebody tell me what position Wolves is in the table?
Give me a quick second. They're currently in 17th position and 6 points.
17. Okay. So they are not in the top 6 because we are not talking about Wolves. Because I swear it's a team in the top 6. Wolves, yeah, them play good. They don't concede a lot. But they haven't done much, to be honest, in terms of anything else. So for me, this is a 1-1 draw. I don't really I'm not really fascinated by Wolves. They really don't play an attractive brand of football or anything like that. They're not going to score a lot. They're not going to concede a lot. They're just going to be there. So 1-1.
Alright. Next game we're going to look at is the Manchester Derby. That will be taking place on Sunday at 8 a.m. Jamaica time. Why they couldn't push the match a few late much? I like the vibes there. But anyways, City against
400 runs, King on. Hold that demo.
All that demo.
all that again, demo. But anyways, the Manchester Derby is on the horizon. 8 a.m. on Sunday morning. Jason, start off. I saw that your manager picked up Manager of the Month and Rashford also picked up Premier League Player of the Month. How do you see this one going?
Congrats to them and well deserved, of course, for what has been an epic turnaround for a team and a manager that was written off after the first 2 fixtures, foolishly, of course. But this in my estimation is a big test of the season so far. Well, it is going to be the big test overall. I won't even say so far because I don't really, looking around the league, I don't really see any other bigger test for United other than Manchester City. It will be a tactical battle. Ten Hag will, especially being away from home, will be a bit more tentative. Have them be organized. Something that I have to give him credit for is how he has helped to transform the defense that has started the season conceding 6 goals after 2 games. Now we've only conceded 2 in the other since, and that included goals against Liverpool and Arsenal.
Hold on the boxy. So, and not to rain on you, because I see you big up balling. So not to rain on the balling parade, but even me and you without any level 1 football credentials could have no say. We take out Maguire out of the defense and the defense get better. That is number 1. Right? So I'm not crediting Ten Hag for doing the obvious thing.
Really?
Brethren, your coach never do the obvious.
Hold on. Well, Maguire wasn't bad under my coach.
He was.
No. Anyway, I'm talking.
Of course, you're talking.
You're just raining on Jason. So listen, boss. 1, he took out Maguire. 2, he took out Shaw also. 3, the man dash your one Bissaka. So you're not giving the man. No. All right, and 4, this man also put Mr. Varane under strict training so he can maintain fitness. No credit for the man.
Him take out Fred too.
Long time.
Don't forget the big one. Don't forget the big one, not because he's a forward, Mr. Ronaldo.
You're talking about the defense, boss.
Yes, but with Ten Hag, he likes to defend from the front, does he not? He prefers pressing forwards. Ronaldo doesn't.
So 5 players him take out. Okay.
Half
on the side. Half on the starting level.
So now you're raving about a manager that play 2 games in the month of September, if I'm not mistaken, and get manager of the month 2 games, and you're saying, oh, he got written off prematurely, of course, or stupidly, of course, or foolishly, of course.
Well done.
And like 6 more runs. But
well that be more.
Why, man?
But boxing, the thing is, right? And this is why it's always so easy to pick on Manchester United fans, like situations like this, right? And I'm not saying they can't be happy, they can't be joyous. I'm not saying they can't be, in a better mood. But just be careful on the choice of words, right? And you're also saying that it is going to be. at the back. There. So, looking at this game, there's only one Manchester United manager in the past 6 years that have allowed Manchester City and Pep Guardiola to scratch his head and beat him left, right, and center anywhere he went, and that is Ole. And we have no Ole on that side.
Lie.
Who else?
Jose beat him
Jose
3-2 down there.
with Pogba 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Boss, what did I say?
Yes, the past 6 years. That was 5 years ago or 4 years ago.
Well, no, it wasn't 4 years ago. I think it was 5.
At least 5 years ago.
Well, in the last 4 years. But but on a serious note, I think Manchester City, obviously, I don't know what tactical thing Jason talking about, because Manchester City will do what they always do. They will control the ball, they'll control possession, they'll move it from left to right, they'll bring up their wing backs to right up there in the midfield, even the centre backs up there as well, and they will pressure Manchester United. And listen, I am going. Manchester United is my dearly beloved team, but listen, there is no Tyrone Mings in that Manchester United defense. I don't care what you want to tell me about Martinez. I don't care what you want to tell me about Varane, but there is no Tyrone Mings out there on freaking Manchester United. And Tyrone Mings, for the whole season that got so far, 7 games so far, Tyrone Mings is the only player who was able to lock down Erling Haaland. And I don't think Varane can do that, and I don't think Martinez can do that.
All right, so commercial break. All right, finish up.
So, FPL people, make sure Haaland is in the team, right? Captain him too. It will be a 3-1.
One hit left in the game. One hit.
It will be a 3-1.
Let me read from the commercial break for brother.
Let's try to get Kevin to hurry up, man.
Yes, man. Coming was just 1 hit. 6 needed from 24 deliveries.
Damn.
And we will be champions of the CPL.
Match tight.
And a man will be
match tight, Dimo.
egg on his faces.
The game not over till it's over.
Brother, this done and dusted long time. The fat lady starts singing already. Long time.
You know how long the fat lady drink the honey and lime?
Long time.
Ball them rack attack.
So back said, what's the point? Because the man just raining power way that's a brother.
And that me I wonder if I did, because the man interrupt me if you come talk about Oli. Like really?
I'm being.
I you know what's ironic? What's ironic is the fact that I was going to use my analysis to actually give credit to Oli, because I was going to talk about our previous visits to the Etihad. So in kind of previous with that one they still, but you know,
Be careful.
That is it.
That done.
Be careful.
Congratulations, Katala was. Remember, me come here some big up a man and say, man, I win the thing this time. Man, content for no, nothing. Boy, Tala was, man. I want to.
I don't even watch cricket and this funny to Max.
we should just turn this to a cricket show then. It is the order.
No, man, when everybody get them minutes, I got hear a trouble, man.
I would say, Tala was. Such man, when I want to hear nothing from you about cricket again.
Damn.
Save your cricket talk them.
Damn, Demo. What a tough year. You lose the debate. Now you lose.
So hold on, the West Indies captain side come last and the vice captain side come first.
Correct. Well, anyways, Jason, finish up the prediction.
Well, so Jason, before you go on and elaborate on your points, I want you to be careful of how you put Ten Hag name in all a sentence. Be careful.
I agree.
Remember, where winning percentage is concerned, since Sir Alex, Ole is top 3. Remember,
why are you talking about Ole?
Remember the 29 game unbeaten streak. No, I'm just saying, this guy is talking about, the last time we went to Etihad, so be careful of the comparison because when I'm ready to draw the fact sheet, Jason, you won't like it, all right? Remember, Ole win his first, how much games in charge, never get no
And
four
Jose Mourinho will be right there above Ole.
Well, we're talking about Ole versus Ten Hag.
All right, so I want to make this very clear that this is in no way in actually using this as a platform to rave Ten Hag as the best coach in the league. Right now, you notice my name say ball head winning. Pep is also bald, so I was not very specific with what happened. When I want to compare Ten Hag and Ole is the fact that with the players that he has available, there is a platform to really draw from inspiration of what Ole did best to get results away from the Etihad. Does that sound reasonable enough for you, sir? Good? All right. Okay. So I if me never know God real before today, me know because for Ten Hag to come out in a press conference to say that both Rashford and Martial have been training, it just gives me all the glory to know that Ronaldo will not start. And United need Ronaldo, United need Rashford and Martial in spite of their recent injury niggles to be fit and form if they want to come away from anything from the Etihad. But of course, we have to face a newer problem, which is how to contain Erling Haaland, which is, of course, not very easy to do. But I mean, as how I see it, I would go for a 2-all draw in this game.
Well, Jason. I'm sure as a Georgian, I'm sure you have often learned probably from Mr. Savard or probably from even our very own Devin Cohen. You will always learn that you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? It's work smarter, not harder. If you want to know how to cover Erling Haaland, all you have to do is go back a couple weeks, I think like 2 weeks ago, and watch Aston Villa versus.
Brethren. Ten Hag himself.
Another commercial break, please.
I can do better than that. I can say Ten Hag himself played against Haaland with Ajax, and Martinez was in that Ajax team, and them govern Haaland.
When
Ten Hag has experience.
When was that?
Ten Hag last year.
Okay, but that wasn't it. Listen,
Ten Hag.
Okay,
that's like Champions League match. Champions League match. So Ten Hag has experience.
Ryan, hold on. This is where I'm actually going to come in defense of Kems now, because of course Man City have superior personnel to that. So it's going to present a different problem.
To Man City.
Jason, you're
it's a Champions League match.
Tell you why it's not a
no,
case.
I understand the point.
Two teams that were balanced
go on.
against each other.
It's not a case as if Haaland never got chances against the same Ajax. He got opportunities, but the thing is that this guy was so good against him. You can go watch the match itself. And it's twice they played against him. Twice. And Haaland failed to score against them.
But he didn't fail to score because of Martinez. Go back and look at the chances. Go back and look at the chances.
So it was in spite of Martinez. So it was in spite of Martinez.
Martinez make him not score that.
Bossman.
One-on-one with the keeper.
Hold on there. Let me ask you a question. Did Haaland score against Aston Villa?
If he scored?
Yeah, that was somebody. Okay. Move on.
No.
Make we move on.
Again.
We can move on.
Again. Even Pep Guardiola. Hold on. Even Pep Guardiola said it out of his own mouth. He said, I have never, and I'm paraphrasing, of course. He is saying, I've never seen somebody guarded Haaland as great as Tyron Mings did.
Yeah, because they've never watched the Ajax and the BVB match.
Boss.
They've never watched it.
So Kems, I'm going to use your own paraphrasing, Tino. The same Pep Guardiola come out and talk about Martinez saying that this guy is showing them that height doesn't matter. And He said it himself that this guy
Okay.
came up against Haaland and he did himself well.
Well, okay,
That same thing
he did
again.
well, but he wasn't any Minks.
Yeah, but
I'm saying-
Haaland scored against Mings. That's the point.
yeah, okay, all right, but again,
Good point.
everybody and them mother and grandmother ran to the bank and buy Man City for beat Aston Villa 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. And if Tyrone Mings wasn't there, it would have probably been 7, 8, 9, and 10. But I'm saying that man, Jason was saying, oh, we don't know how to lock down Haaland. That will be 10. And I'm saying, don't reinvent the wheel. Go back 2 weeks, watch the game, and you see step for step how to do it.
No, we don't need to do that. But anyways, the man that has no teeth right now because Alonso so got my power with.
Oh Lord.
Rack attack Demo, what going?
Demo speechless and over.
Why am I speechless? Something wrong with you?
All season you tell me say when I said I'm gonna lose, I tell me Martinez will beat up my side.
Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1.
Alright. Ryan, scoreline.
Scoreline, yeah, because when they are talking about this game from when and talk was on something when I've not to do anything. So let me just get a scoreline. 2-1 Man City.
I'm sure your defense line would love a Tyrone Mings right now with wild.
No, none at all.
Well,
Absolutely. If Mings come at Chelsea, him can tell you about all of the bench them in the other Premier League. The other 19 benches.
well, when I have wild what's gonna pay a bunch of money for
Yeah,
wild,
rather him. Rather than
and he's not good.
yeah, man,
Not
rather
good.
them. Rather Aspilicueta around there, rather Reece James around there. Not him.
Okay. Y'all gonna learn. He's making that plane to Qatar. That's all I have to say. Just wait until I talk about this.
He will. England got a honeymoon.
Alright,
Run it, Mr. Horse.
the next game that we're going to look at is Leeds against Aston Villa.
Look at that.
Anyone can take it on. Just go ahead.
Let the Villa man go on.
No.
Go through Villa man. Go through.
No, I want to have the last word on that. I don't want to come run down my word. Go ahead.
Leeds and Villa, interesting game. I see goals in this game. Villa needs some more wins. Leeds is going on well. Leeds playing decent. So I think I'm gonna pick a 12 draw for this game.
Okay.
That's funny because that's where I was going as well. I think it will be a high scoring game as well. I'm going for 2-2. The thing is, just the other day, here's a Gerrard that will lose his job, and the team pull out and they won a couple games. Sorry, man, talking kind of settle down a bit. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw as well.
Villa, man.
Levon, who that girl that talk to the cricketer then?
Damn, I forgot her name right now.
Is a singer?
No. Demo, remember her name? Demo is some Alex Jordan, I think it is. Yeah.
No, Alex Jordan are the other one. Alex Jordan are the Barbados girl. The girl that come from.
She look
Oh,
like
this girl. No. I don't know this girl.
She look like Naomi, I think.
Who?
No, I don't know Naomi name though, but Alex Jordan are the other.
You sure it's not Naomi this? I think it's Naomi Cowan in there.
That look like Naomi.
Oh well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think it's her.
Naomi was there before some years ago.
Yeah.
All right, this is not a cricket show, Mr. Lawson. Don't want you to know damn Naomi, especially in this such an important fixture. So listen, Demo. Great point that you made. So I don't even have to make the point. I'll say, Demo, you've been around sports long enough. You're an intelligent young man. What I'll tell you is that, as you know, results always change the conversation. It always does, right? Once you start getting results, trust me, if Gerrard lose to Leeds and lose 2 more games, here we go again. Gerrard out, right? No, I was bitterly disappointed last season. There was when we played Leeds, we had a 3-1 lead against them, and the game ended up, I think it ended up with a 3-all or a 4-all or something like that, right? So obviously we know that Leeds can score goal, but the difference this season is that
when Man U and Leeds draw,
I can't recall.
Leave me alone. No?
You say we.
Yeah, Aston Villa. Duh. We. Right. So listen. The only difference now is that Tyrone Mings is playing with a chip on his shoulder. Right. We're talking about Aston Villa, so we have to talk about the former captain and the biggest defender on both teams.
But
right.
bro, for the show starting at about him.
Well, now at the appropriate time. I was talking out of turn, but now it's the appropriate time.
All right, yeah, well, met it by time from me, you know.
Yeah, sure, take it back. Sure. But I love it at the end of the show.
I listen to cricket. I listen to cricket man never talk.
Listen, you could care less or whatever. This is gonna be all over YouTube. Bings will see it. But what I'm saying is, right? So the only difference is that now this season, Mings have a chip on his shoulder. Why does he have a chip on his shoulder? For all the newcomers who are watching tonight, I must tell you what happened. The only thing that happened is that Steven Gerrard went.
We hear this every week, brother. Every week.
Mr. Host, can you mute this guy, please, so I can talk about this, man? The only thing that happened is that Steven Gerrard allowed his big ego to get in the way, took the captaincy from him, gave it to John McGinn, and then the team didn't respond. Because, as you heard the commentators say, as you've heard in individual interview from players, what did they say? Mings is our guy. Mings is our captain. We love him in the locker room. He is a leader. He leads from the front. These are not my words. These are not me being a sensationalist. This is the team words. And Steven Gerrard let his big ego take that away. What happened? First game, whop. You lose to newly promoted Bournemouth team, right? Then what you do now? You have to run back to your roots and get Mings. And what did I tell Levon on the same very big Sports Frenzy show? Aston Villa will not win a game until Mings is in that lineup. What happened? Next game in the lineup, what happened? Big W for Aston Villa against Everton. Big W, right? So again, when you look at these things, right, and I'm saying, oh, Leeds, who's going to score for Leeds? And obviously you can tell me about Bamford and so. But I'm sure if Mings can lock down Haaland, who is a damn Bamford? Who is Bamford? We can lock him down too. So now looking at the game, now let's look at the X's and O's. I like what I saw from Coutinho the last game. Obviously, we haven't seen football in a long time, so we can't remember the last time they played. But Coutinho, he won man of the match, and he was very involved in the offense. This is what I want to see from Coutinho. Attacking. Right? Obviously, I'm not comfortable with Ollie Watkins leading the line, but that's what we have right now. So that's what we have to work with. Obviously, Jacob Ramsey is doing his thing, and Leon Bailey realized that, hey, he might end up in the championship, so he step up his game as well. So looking at that, going up against Leeds, there is no way Aston Villa can lose this game, especially with Mings in the concrete around the back. So I'm going 3-0 Aston Villa to win.
All right. Let's move on to the final game of the match weekend. That will be Leicester City against Nottingham Forest. Demo, wake up.
Boss, I'm not sleeping. But Leicester City struggling. I think this though is the start of the easier fixtures for them that I think that they'll look to climb the table on. And it will be just because of the quality players that they have. Like I'm telling about this Nottingham Forest team from they came up. I don't expect them to stay up in the league. They'll win 1 and 2 games, but this will not be one of the games that they'll win. I think that Maddison has been playing well. Daka has been playing well for them, and Tillemans here and there. And even though they're not getting the results, even though they haven't been getting the results, and they have a horrible coach, I think that they'll get the job done against Nottingham Forest. So I'm going to go Leicester City 3, Nottingham Forest 1.
Ryan.
Yeah, 4 goals in the game like Dima, but not in that way. 19 and 20 in the league. To me, I don't think they deserve to be there in terms of who they have in the squads. But Leicester is on their way down in terms of a team, and I think they got too much players. I don't know why the owner went out and spent so much money and buy 2 starting 11. But hey, that's what he did, and I hope he knows that when you do something like that, you're going to need time for the players to gel. So I don't know if he's going to have the patience to do that. However, that said, I don't think Nottingham had a lot of players out on international duty as much as other teams may have had. And even if they did, they have enough players to work with because, as I said, the guy by 2 starting 11 plus players who were there before. So, that said, I'm gonna go 12 draw.
All right, Kems, unmute.
Leicester 4-1. Lingard.
And I'm going to come back to you because FPL, you are leading a boss. So you have to give the people them the talk and tell them who for Japan, who for Putina. So how much free chances they have this week? 1?
Honestly, boss, I mean, I can look on it now, but I haven't really looked at my FPL. Normally, when you're winning, you know, now the losers probably check it all the time. The winners don't really check it that much. But let me just take it. We only have 1 free transfer.
All right. So for the people who has 1 and they don't have Tony, you'd suggest they make Tony that only 1.
Honestly, I would say either Tony or Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, I'm a dark horse for this week. Ivan Tony or Anthony Gordon. You can try with
Who Everton have again?
Southampton.
Oh, you can score against them.
I thought you would have went with Marpe instead. Okay, so Marpe has a new lease of life.
Yeah, but not so much from putting faith in him. I like Anthony Gordon because
what new lease of life Marpe have?
He looks better, man. Yeah,
we never normally do before. Him going to this and then for the next 5 games in a team.
Yeah, but how you know? You said 5 games them yet? How can you talk about the future?
Then him go on a road. Come on. You're going to go on a run of 5 games, score some goal, then go for a few games. Yeah, miss some easy goal, then come back, score some goal, then go miss some easy goal. That's just what he does.
That sounds like you're describing Raheem Sterling and Kai Havertz, but hey, what do I know?
Yeah, that can be also true.
Yeah, I'm just saying, fence up your yard before you talk about somebody else.
No, but that I mean we can't talk about. We're talking about football.
Yeah, but I'm saying that.
I mean, you hear a style other teams, and when you're side to lose. So what are you trying to say?
Which team was I styling?
No other team is style. They style players, they style teams.
Well, when I come here and tell me about a player saying the best thing since sliced bread, and him use some for watch him, and then when I watch him and he's underwhelming, you guys don't want me to talk about it. If I watch a player, if you tell me say this person good, I'm gonna say no, I'm a bug, and him show out. You know what the first thing you guys are gonna do? Yo, what you think about this person? Or you don't talk about this person? All right. So then, when him play like crap, they're gonna talk about it. That's just it.
Which is right.
Okay. So what is the difference? What is the difference with me saying Mope is
because the man is in a totally new team.
Nothing.
The man is in a totally new team under a total new offense, and definitely leading the line.
You just love bug players.
Okay, well, hey, all we can love stars, right? Chris Smalling, Tyron Mings. I don't like Marpe though. Yeah. Danny Welbeck. Come on, man.
A lot.
Not Tammy Abraham. Not him.
Jaja.
Not him.
Jaja. So it's a put up the table.
Yeah, Dale, you're a really brave man asking for the table, but because we know you're down there playing around with the rear. Show the table, boss.
I'm looking for it, but I'm not.
I play number 2, but that's all right. Oh, and Pepe. In the meantime, Pepe, these are the games that I give you, Pepe. 5 games. Aston Villa to win. Now, where's my big picks them from people who know want. So only you, Pepe. Aston Villa to win. Liverpool to win. Everton double chance. Brentford to win. Spurs double chance. Soap all over the place.
All right, so here it goes. Brother, that boy, brother, I don't know who this, but Jaja.
Who the hell named them Javidan?
Yo, it's like when the man about when other people are having a bad week, it's like the man just always have a good week. Look
Nah,
there.
me and the man have like 7 players together, so it's hard for me passing.
Yeah. So Javidan still leading. Kem's there in second, 482. He's on 499. Shanila doing herself great justice there at 460. Von 444. Let's continue. Can't tell us me celebrate up on the show now. What going with him?
Liverpool now with nothing. Van Dijk can't tackle.
Yeah, man, that's my head out, you know. I think this is Tyrese right here. Christoph right here, so Kish right here. I am right here.
Damn, no Dima yet.
Brother, me judge.
No Sterling yet. No
Which
deal yet. Damn.
I'm going look. Oh, I'm going. Adrian Nicholson here 35th with 369.
Adrian Nicholson
on there with 367.
probably from a bad coach.
Dale Francis here with 359
Back number 40.
But oh no, I don't see certain name.
Still no Demo.
Is it Sherwin right here?
That's sure we now with Demo gone.
48 the man there now. Oh, let me see. Brother, next page, we have to skip it now. What? Who is this?
Yo, Demo, why are you at 51, boss? Like, honestly, what? Like,
No, don't say it like that. Say 51 out of 53. Make it look as bad as it can.
Yeah, Demo, why are you only 2 spaces ahead of last place?
Listen, like me say, guys. It's only game week 8 or 9. You see, when we reach game week 38, you can talk to me, all right?
Boss,
Week after week after week.
Boss, you are like
talk to me after game week 38, boss.
You're like 200 points behind me, boss.
All right, that's fine.
Then he's if you catch up in a brother.
Okay, we'll see.
You're coming like the Jamaican dollar, you're just falling.
Whoa, Demo done. Damn.
That's not looking good though, fam. No lie. Way down there, you're like what? 200 points behind the leader.
Yeah, you know what go good for me? It's whenever I'm reach over in the top 5 and them something that people can just look back on this and say, oh, you remember when Demo did the 50 blah blah blah? That when? Me like. So when you can laugh no all no.
But Demo, you're already in the top. You're in the top 5. You're in the top 5 bottom place.
That
not even make no sense. But okay, let's get it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
We are laughing.
Right now, that's right now, Demo not now go your way, now, brother, because
that's definitely not true.
See all the predictions them now look possible. Right, that's how I go because we just want to close it off with that.
Yeah, man. Spain got a Nation League semi-finals, so I have something for both.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was something. But me was saying right, them are selling it, so you can't take no clout for that. Instead of no blood.
I tell him, I talk to him, but he don't listen to me when I talk. So
yeah. So here we go on though. Jamaica Tallawers are your 2022 CPL champions, led by Brandon King. King was just a king in that final, and big up Shamar Brooks. Struggled for some part of the season, but in the semi-finals and in this final has come up clutch. And big up to the spinners. The spinners have been.
Wait, how would that work? Can barely work nowadays. How that?
The team has come together and they look really good as a unit. Big up Ravman. Ravman, I mean, you all grown by Russell, but apparently you don't seem to big an eagle like Russell. So big up the capo, big up the entire team. Congratulations to Jamaica Tallawers. I said it before a ball was even bold that Tallawers was going to win the title this year. People write me up and say me I idiot. People tell me say nothing Augusta. People tell me about this side, that side I go win. But here we are. The two teams that never got any home game whatsoever, those two made it through to the finals, and the Jamaica Talawas came out on top. Well done. It's not just came out on top; they absolutely annihilated Barbados in that final, and that was just big. So big up the Talawas straight. Ryan, you can take some minutes and talk about it because right now I'm not seeing a credit.
Well, remember, I know. You did say them are going to win, and when we look on the squad, I say, yo, the squad have a very good chance of winning, especially when certain man come out of the team and go on at Trinidad, because you know some toxicity that are going from them time there. And the team has more balance and has more chemistry, and they have been playing more like a team. Yes, Robman made some bad decisions in a couple of the games in terms of his bowling choices and so forth. However, if I can beat him, I can also commend him when he look good. The last 3 matches, this captaincy has picked up, and here we are, champions of 2022. Our third time winning. I think we have the most wins, maybe something like that. But either way, yeah, we are a 3-time champions, and we have a very balanced squad, and we need to beat the West Indies selectors for not picking Fabian Allen in that squad.
Let's say I beat them.
That's a travesty. You can have a man that can win you a match with the bat, with the ball, or in the field, and you don't pick him. That's just a travesty. So I'm glad that he showed these guys.
All right. Dima, you have anything to say? Because as I said, your mouth is mush right now.
Yeah, big congratulations to the Talawas. They superseded
Thank you.
probably 90% of the cricket nation who follow the cricket predictions. I mean, for the people who follow the thing, everybody had TKR going far in this competition because of the acquisitions that they got. Adding Andre Russell and Nicholas Perrant to that team with Seifert and Monroe and all of these guys, everybody would have had, well, most people would have had that team going far in the competition. It didn't work out that way. They played horrible cricket and they finished, dead last. That's very shocking. The final was a good final. I thought that 160 would have been enough based off of the fact that the Talawas were coming into this game without their main power play bowler in Mohamed Amir. That was a big loss for them. I thought that would have been a major factor going into the game, and bringing in Pretorius, who was conceding a lot of runs as well. I thought that they wouldn't have enough coming into the game, and I thought with the Barbados team being as consistent as they were throughout the tournament, especially in the power play, and Jamaica losing Amir, Cornwall and Mears have been the top run getters in power play going forward. So I thought that they would have enough. And then when I saw the pitch and how the balls were keeping low, and that the Malik halfway down the stump and all of these things, I'm like, all right, 160 definitely too much on this pitch. If the bowlers bowl at the right spot, especially Mujib, he was the one who was expecting to do a lot of damage. But he was just pitching up in the man them sugar and he might travel. So Jamaica played extremely well, along with some horrible bowling from Barbados. So congratulations to them. Big up Ravman Powell. And yeah, 3-time champions Talawas. I mean, anybody who won this game would have been 3-time champions, and Jamaica just got the nod ahead of Barbados. And congrats to them, man. Good win.
Remember also I pointed out that dude Nicholson Garden. You realize that he was one of those players that stepped up in the absence of Amir tonight.
Yeah, I'm still can't rate that, brother.
But find of the season, Roman Simmons, right?
Definitely
Roman Simmons. I mean, I think the occasion got to him tonight, playing in a finals, and him travel tonight, boy.
Any batsman?
Pretty much the main contenders do.
Yeah, I was really looking to see if there was any breakthrough with the batting, but not at all, fam.
The main contenders.
Nobody at all. And yeah, nobody. But otherwise, I think it was a decent.
Apart from the South African guy, baby.
Nah, man, that man they're not fine, man. That man they're been a do it in IPL.
Well,
That man was signed from the under 19 World
Under
Cup.
19, the man they beat it
no,
from.
man, I mean in terms of for the Caribbean,
Oh, well,
yeah.
maybe.
No, but overall, I was mainly referencing.
I mean like a fine,
West Indian.
like somebody we wouldn't know about none at all. And...
West Indian.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see any batsman like that. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't see any other.
Maybe the comment section can point out somebody because we maybe I miss.
If you think it through, you won't find anybody. But overall, I think it was a decent tournament. Crowd support, yeah, it was okay. I think it could have been better, but for most part, it was all right. Vibe, yeah, the vibe was there, man. And big up Danny Morrison. I don't know what, but I just like this man. This man is just so funny and commentary.
Yeah,
So,
make the cricket nice. Man.
what's that?
Brandon
Make the
King,
cricket nice.
Definitely, man.
Brandon King, MVP.
Definitely. Deserved.
Fully deserved.
And you realize what happened? Wasn't he at Amazon last season? He finally came back home and,
Yep, man, come home and win.
and being a champ. Fabian Allen just the same. Fabian Allen was
Fabian Allen too, yeah.
Patriots
Yep,
and
yep.
come on.
And
champ.
that's one of the things that the Talawa franchise they're trying to do, get back all the Jamaican players over to the team. So
Yeah.
I don't know where that means for
Guyana
us.
can stay over Dean Smith. We know how Dean Smith, but can stay over there.
No, Odin can stay whichever part in there.
You might say Odina come back, man. No.
No, man, all right. So you see Odina, Ocean Thomas, they can't stay with them there. We don't want them down here.
Anybody with stone bat need to stay with them there.
Yes, man.
Yeah, and I mean,
We have
I
had
think that
Talawas have had years of people who stone bat and we couldn't win nothing.
Yeah.
I think
We go through
Jamaica
5-6 years of that.
a very when Lamachani left to bring in Nabi, man, there's a massive call.
Big fine.
And remember we had Shakib some years ago.
No, man.
For
This
bringing-
season I thought, man.
For bringing
This
Nabi
season.
along with Imad Wazim and
Imo,
Chris
that was
Green.
Imo, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
man.
Big
You
move by them because what they know?
You basically
We need to keep them man there. Nabi and Imad, the man need to stay.
Because
You
already when
basically
when the
have
levels
12
in
overs of quality spin, and then you have Fabian Allen can come in and bowl as well.
yeah.
Like crazy.
And key pointer, as I mentioned, with Nabi coming in, it not only give them a bowling dimension, but also with the battle. Because remember, in one of the games, now, he was the one who rescued them.
Yes, man. Nabi at the top all around the end of the world right now, you know.
See that?
Like big fine balls.
So big up the
I thought
Talawas.
that Guyana had the bit. I mean, I still think that Guyana had the better quality spinners in the tournament.
Tire now fire again.
Tyre is 40 at now, man.
I
But
stone in the squad back now, man.
Tyre was still one of the top wicket takers. They had Shamsi and they had what the other one name? I don't
Shakib.
remember his name right now. No man, not Shakib never start the tournament. I don't remember his name. And then you had Gudikesh Moti with
And then
them.
the Jonas Sinclair dude.
Yeah. I mean, I thought overall they had the better quality spinners. Rashid Khan.
Yeah, he
No,
was
him
there.
did a Barbados. Him
Barbados.
did they? I don't remember him did they, but they had the better quality spinners coming into the tournament. But big up Jamaica, man. Job well done.
Respect. Thank you. After you were kind of
No, I'm just give a prediction before the tournament start. That's just how it goes. You don't understand.
Yeah, but after Trinidad drop out, you're still that. Go against it.
I'll tonight tell you now overall the score though.
Yeah, because me have my analysis to the game. I watch the game and I see how things up and out. The man them lose Amir. I just explain all of this too now a while ago.
But
You never just say it because I want them lose.
But yeah, though, man, big weekend to look forward to in the EPL, man. Early tomorrow morning, Tottenham, Arsenal. Then they have the Manchester Derby and a lot of other interesting games going on. And I just want people to just go and watch the game. I hope that all of you guys stay safe and stay out of this rain because this rain is just crazy, man. So hope you guys stay safe. And until we see again. And hopefully by next week, the channel will be back up and fully running because I'll be doing the right stuff sometime this week to try to get it back on track. So yeah, continue supporting us and keep on subscribing, keep on liking, keep on sharing and do the right things. Big up to Kims was here, big up to Boxhead was here, big up Demo, big up Ryan, big up to the man behind the scenes, Josh, and big up to you, the commenters, for being here with us right throughout. Until see, peace out. Have a wonderful night.